Good morning, children. So, children, today we will discuss the imperial household. Okay. So, out here, the term harem is been referred to the Mughal domestic world, and this word is been originated from Persian word haram, which means a sacred place. Clear? And in the Mughal household, it consists of the emperor wives, his near and distant relatives, and female servants and slave. Okay, and the Mughal or the ruling group, they used to practice the polygamy, that is they used to have more than one wife. And the relation between the Rajput and the Mughal was not good, but to have stable and good relation they did marriage like Mughal emperor marriage Rajput princess to make strong relationship and to have friendly relationship. Clear? Now at that time, that is during the time of marriage of daughter, gift used to be given, and in gift they used to give territory, that is land, to their daughter. Okay, now in the Mughal household a difference was been maintained between the wives, that is the one who came from the royal family was been given high status, as because when they got married with them they used to bring huge amount of cash, because they received huge amount of cash, and due to that they received a high status and they were being called as begums. And the other wives who do not belong to the royal family, as during the time of marriage they did not bring as much cash as the begum they have brought, so they were the got the lower status as compared to the begum. Clear? And they were called agas. Okay, and the begum, they used to get high status and even get greater attention from their husband as compared to the agas. And below the agas there was a concubines, that is the agacha, who occupy the lowest position than the agas. Clear? And they all received monthly allowance, that is begum, agas and agacha, they all received monthly allowance in terms of cash, and gift they used to be given according to their status. Clear? And many males and female slaves used to work in the Mughal household, and they used to perform the tasks based on their skill, tactics and intelligence. Okay, now after Nur Jahan, Mughal queen and princess, they began to play a very important role in the financial resources, that is they started controlling the financial resources of the Mughal emperor. Now Shahjahan's daughter Jahan Ara and Roshan Ara, they enjoyed an annual income, and women of the Mughal, they had been given the right to build big buildings and gardens according to their wish. And the Jahan Ara, she has participated in the project of Shahjahanabad, the garden and the bazaar of Chandni Chowk. She has completed this project. Clear? An interesting book which explained the domestic world of the Mughal we will get in the Humayun Nama, which was been written by Gulbadan Begum, as Gulbadan Begum was Babar daughter and Humayun sister. Clear? Now next we'll move on to the topic, that is imperial officers. So out here the first topic to be discussed is the recruitment and rank. Okay. Now one of the most important pillar of the Mughal state was its groups of officer, that is the group of its officer who has been called as nobility, and those nobility was been recruited from the diverse ethnic and religious group. Why? As because if they were being recruited from the same community, then they will have a strong bond within them, isn't it? And will challenge the authority of the state. So to ensure or to protect it, the recruitment of the nobility was being done from the diverse group. And from 1560 onwards only, the Rajput and the Indian Muslim, they entered the imperial service, and the first to join was a Rajput chief. His name was Raja Bharmal Kachwa of Amber, whose daughter has got married to the Mughal Emperor Akbar. Clear? Now, even Irani also got high office, that is high post during the time of Jahangir, and even Aurangzeb has also appointed Rajput to the high position. And during that time, two types of government officer held the rank, that was the Jat and the Sawar. As Jat used to indicate the position or the status based on the imperial hierarchy and the salary, whereas the Sawar used to indicate the numbers of horsemen they required. Clear? Now, the novice used to participate in the military campaigns and also used to serve as a officer. And each military commander, what they used to do, they used to recruit the cavalry, and after recruiting them they used to train them with the skilled arms, as they want to make their military force very stronger. Okay, and the troops, they used to maintain superior horse. And now how could they identify the superior horse? When the horse they have identified it as a superior, they used to put an imperial mark on the horse, that was called dag. Clear? And it might be the stamp of the emperor or something else which they used to put on the horse. As when the dag was made on that horse, it means that that horse is superior, and that might be or that can be used in the time of war. Clear? Now, the emperor, he himself used to check the rank, titles, and officer posting. Clear? He himself used to supervise it, except the lowest ranked officer. That is, he doesn't have a look on the lowest ranked officer. For that work, he has recruited other. Okay, and there were two important ministers. That was the Diwani-e-Ala, who was the finance minister, that is, who used to look after the finance matter, and other was the Sadr-us-Sudur, who was the ministry of grant, that is, who used to have a record of how much grant was been given to where by the emperor. Clear? And even he was in charge of the appointing local judge or the qazis. Clear? Now, they were the advisory body of the emperor, and they were independent of each other. Clear? So, next is our the information and empire. Okay. Now, the keeping of the exact record and detailed information was important for the Mughal administration. So, for keeping records, Mir Bakshi was responsible. Clear? That is, he used to keep record of all the information, and all application and document used to be presented by him in the court. Okay, even the agent of the novels and the regional ruler agent, that is, he used to keep the record of them and their presentation and their proceeding in the court, that is, their date and time when their presentation or when their proceeding will be done in the court used to be done by the Mir Bakshis. Clear? Now the Akbarat, in it all information such as attendance of the court, grant that is been given, and the title which was been given, all this record used to be kept in it. Okay, and all this information was very important. Why? As because it is very important for writing the chronicle, that is the history of the kings and the novels, and even to send the news report or the official documents from one region to other. During that time, how they used to do, during the time of Mughal rule, they used to send with the help of imperial post. Like, there used to be the foot runner, that is, who used to carry the paper rolled in a bamboo container. Clear? That is, whatever news has been written in the paper, that used to be rolled and that used to be put inside the bamboo container. And after carrying that bamboo container, that the foot runner used to run all day till he reached the place, that is, till he reaches destination where he has to give the report. Clear? I hope it has been understood. So till this much, Thank you.